Hello, fellow dragons, and welcome back to Dragons of the Treasure Coast. My name is Jason, and I am your Dragon DM. And I'm sitting here with Alistair. We're going to do a little introduction to our world of Deariston and the campaign that we're running in it. So, just to get started real quick, just get right into this, okay? Now, for the last 3 years, an annual celebration has been held to honor those that have fought and those who have fallen for Crestview. Those that have succumbed to the horrors and the survivors thereafter, candles are lit and placed into paper lanterns that drift up into the night sky. It's always a somber ceremony, followed by feasting, which this year Trigger wants to liven it up a bit. So he's hired Grep and Shep, two gnome tinkerers, to do a fireworks display at the very end as a finale. Now, oddly to those that do know him, he's done all this planning from his porch. He uses runners, messengers, stuff like that. Now, most people do understand his anxiety. Even still, they just want to make sure that he's doing well, so they check up on him occasionally and make sure that he's still eating, stuff like that, getting rest. Now, with a week left before the event, there's still a lot to do. The village is buzzing with excitement over the finale. Local vendors are busy setting up booths. Carpenters and masons are making stages. There's even street performers, minstrels that roam, trying to bring a little more joy.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
It's
going to be special, but it's special.
Exactly. Now, there's even hunters that have been returning from camps further afield, which, being a little bit further out there, you have especially taken note of. They're usually bringing, furs, whether it's bear furs, elks, deers, etc. Even though it's not cold, it's a little bit nippy. It's about the beginning of autumn, so you're not looking at any snow or anything like that. But
yeah, but you definitely feel like the show.
Exactly. And this is the area similar to like the Rocky Mountains area. So kind of have that picture in your mind. Now, currently though, you and some friends have plans to meet at the Hidden Valley Tavern. You're going to celebrate Stanton's birthday. He's going to become an adult. The owners, Draymond and Thalise, they've made all the arrangements for a full-blown party. All that's left is for you to arrive and take care of any last-minute arrangements that you have to before. So, let me see. Oops. There it is. Now, with more and more farmers, hunters, and merchants, etc., coming to the village for the celebration, elbow room is becoming more and more scarce. Feeling more at ease in your camp, you've been trying to avoid the village unless absolutely necessary. Now, just tell me a little bit about what you've been doing on this quiet, extremely foggy morning here in the mountains.
So, not wanting to go into camp, or not wanting to leave my camp. It's nice, it's calm, it's less crowded. I've just been studying. I've been looking into, first off, the spell book I came with, the maps, but I've also been drawing my family. You miss some things, you miss some people.
Your brothers and sisters and whatnot, because you came from a family of 5, right?
Oldest of 5.
All right.
You feel disappointed you didn't get to see them grow. You weren't there for them. You just left. Just not by your choice, not by anything. You just poof, gone.
So is that what you're kind of reminiscing on this morning?
Yeah, just drawing them the best I can. A while where I ended up before anything. You forget some things when you see everything.
Okay. Are you proficient with calligraphy or tools or anything like that?
No, the only tools I have are weapons, shields, and herbalism kits.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check for me.
Okay. Well, dexterity check is just straight the modifier, right?
Yeah.
Natural 20, 23.
Okay. Now, we're also going to add into this a history check.
Yeah. 8 total.
8. All right, that still beats your average. You draw the best picture that you've possibly ever drawn. You know, you're sitting there kind of admiring it, you know, and it looks to the best of your memory like your other 4 siblings.
Yeah.
You know, and you're kind of just like sitting there staring at it, just like going through the thoughts of, you know, wondering how big they had gotten and what they looked like, and, you know, did they turn out to be good elves, or, you know, did they lead good lives, etc.
Did they stick to magic like my parents did?
You know, stuff like that, right? Well, you hear in the fog something a little bit off. It's not a sound that you're used to hearing. It's almost a pattern of like maybe something walking, more than one person walking. It's very, with the fog and the hills, things kind of bounce, especially this morning. You know, so it's kind of hard to tell, but it's definitely an unusual noise.
All right. That's like right outside my camp into the fog.
Down, because
Yeah.
you're
Okay,
on a little mountain, you know. So it's, you have a nice ledge, it's probably a good 20, 30 feet, you know, and then down, not a hard angle, not at all. You could easily walk down it, but yeah, down, out and down that way.
Interesting. Well, yeah, that's gonna set me on edge, even no matter how comfortable I am here. If people come up, I'm gonna be worried. So, well, let's try to go into the fog.
All right. Do you just go, or do you?
I'm gonna try to stealth down the place. I'm gonna take my time. You know, I know these places better than people.
Mm-hmm.
Try to go down and try to be careful, be quiet,
Okay.
cautious about it. Make sure nobody finds me.
Okay.
Nobody sees me.
Go ahead and make it. Make a stealth check for me.
Got it. Six.
6. Okay. You start off into the fog, and you know it's wet. You know, so it's a little bit slippery. You know, and you definitely slip on something. Maybe a little slimy rock, right? And it's not much, you know, but it's just enough to make your sword, because you have your sword on your side.
Yeah, I do have my sword, my shields.
It just kind of bangs against a tree that, you know, kind of, right? And that noise you heard stops.
Okay. That's not good. Okay, so I've already given away my position, so.
And then a couple seconds go by. It continues.
Okay, so I've already given it away. Can I tell what direction it's like in? Like,
make a survival check for it. Make a perception check for me.
oh my god.
Yeah, make a perception check. I was gonna do the survival because of the fog in the woods, but this is more, you're trying to hone in on the sound.
5.
5.
It's just not.
Well, it's not that you can't really tell. It seems that it's coming from all over, because
the echoes, the mountains themselves.
You know, so you're like, even though you know the area, the best you can figure is, I mean, even though you're a hermit, you stay in between Crestview and then, you know, a bit further away, there's the academy, and then up the mountain, there's the temple. Right, so you kind of stay.
I sit around dead center.
Yeah, right at the center, where, you know, not too far away, there is a trail that leads to the academy. You're more off the trail that goes up to the temple.
Okay.
You know, so kind of like in between those two trails is basically where you are.
I'll go towards the academy trail.
Okay.
Just maybe it's a new student. I don't know. Maybe they're lost.
Okay.
very confident about what direction I can go in.
Okay. Okay.
So just go find them.
Yeah. Go ahead and make another survival check for me as you set off. As you set off, through the fog. It's fairly foggy.
Oh yeah,
in
sure.
mind.
That one's high.
It's fairly foggy.
Okay, rolled 19 minus 1, 18.
Okay. Now as you're going, right, you're pretty confident. You're like, yeah, I recognize this tree as it comes up through the fog. You're like, I know.
I got a few nicks where I've like.
Yeah, you've blazed your marks because you've been lost before. Yeah. So you've figured out little ways to
few notches with an arrow.
make yourself not lost. And right as you like step onto the road, you can hear to your right somebody walking. It seems like they're kind of like walking with heavier steps, and then the walking.
Is it more like a stumbling or marching?
It's almost keep in mind thick fog, so it's
Yeah.
more. It almost seems like they're lost. They're almost hesitant, unsure.
They're taking deliberate steps, but they
Yeah.
they have to take them carefully.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're a distance away, but you can kind of see through the fog because of the trail. Like you see the trees in the fog, right? And you see the blank fog, and then in the distance, you can see that figure.
I'll try to. Well, maybe second time's the charm. I'll try to sneak up on them
Okay.
because they're more focused on getting through the fog. They might not really care if they heard some sounds around. Okay. So yeah, I'll try to sneak up.
Okay.
I repeat the stealth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Make one more stealth check here for me.
Yeah, it's a 12.
Okay. How close are you trying to get to them?
I'm trying to get about 2 yards. Not extremely close, but close enough that they would be able to tell me. Or
Go ahead and place your character here.
Okay.
About 15 feet. About 15 feet. All right. So as you get closer, they seem like they're kind of like peering into the woods,
Okay.
but they're still moving forward.
So, do they seem like they're looking for something specifically, or just trying to make sure they don't get off the trail?
Make an insight check. Make an insight check.
18.
They're definitely looking for something. You can tell because when they get to the edge of the trail, they stop and they do one of these. And then they'll move a couple feet, looking around, even checking the ground.
Do they have any weapons drawn?
No weapons drawn. Just the stick that he's, like maybe a quarterstaff that he's walking with.
Okay.
Dressed in hunter's attire.
Okay, so probably be a little bit more comfortable, people of the woods, people of the animals, people of the trees, a little bit safer. I go up to them. I disregard the stealth, just
Kind of pop out.
just like try to telegraph my movements. I don't want them
Yeah.
come at me, but I'll be like, hello.
All right, he whirls. Meadows. No, who are you?
Alistair, I live here.
You live here. Oh, on the trail.
No, not the trail. A little ways up.
Okay.
Can I ask, what are you doing here?
Supposed to be my friend.
Might I know your name? Maybe I can help. Maybe I know them.
I don't think you'll know him. Maybe you do. Ed Meadows is his name. but it shouldn't be any concern of yours. There's no bother of yours. We're just meeting to go hunting.
Well, it's not a bother. Well, I don't like when people get lost around here. It gets.
Oh yeah,
Word.
yeah. Okay. All right, yeah. Well, I'm not lost. I don't know. They were just supposed to meet me here this morning. They must just be running late. I'm sure if you want to just happen along and keep, I mean, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
If you would like, I could join you.
Oh, are you a hunter?
Well, I do hunt sometimes. I like point to my longbow. I hunt whenever and I need some practice, or if I don't want to go into the town for food.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We can go. Yeah, we'll go hunting.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Jared.
Jared.
Jarrett.
Jared. Okay.
Yeah, Jarrett.
Good to meet you.
And you are
I'm Alistair.
Alistair. Yes. All right, Jared. Yeah. Yeah. We were gonna go over to this area to a little bit north of here. Would you want to go?
Okay, a little bit north. That goes to the academy. Right?
The academy is actually from where you're at.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more to like. Yeah, it's a little to the north. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a little to the northwest where we were gonna go hunting.
Oh, okay. So,
Sorry, I'm
in a similar direction to the
I'm
academy.
kind of new around here. I've only been hunting these areas for.
It's fine. Sometimes I have my own issues. That's usually why I come around to help people.
Okay, all right. So you're familiar with this area then?
I've lived here for quite a while.
Okay, great. Are you familiar with the tower, the Wayrens Tower?
I don't believe so.
You can make a history check.
Yeah, let's make a history check with that one. $19.
Okay. You have heard of Wayrens Tower. You've never been there. It's no one really knows the history of it, but sometimes goblins have infested the towers, but they usually get cleared out fairly quick. It's about 5 or 6 miles north of the town if you leave from the western side of town, right? Because the town stretches probably a good 6 or 7 miles east to west.
Okay.
It's more set out long than it is like in a circular pattern or square or anything. It's kind of butted up against the forest style, right? So if you leave from the western side and go north, you've heard that there is a tower there. But a lot of it is talk of also kids and stuff going out there to be kids.
Yeah.
Being that it's not that far from the town.
I've heard of it. I've never been there actually. I've always wanted to go. It seems like a good place to learn a few things.
Oh yeah. We usually set out from there, and that's kind of like our base camp, so to speak, when we go hunting.
Oh, then I'd very much love to join you. It seems very interesting.
You hear kind of back the trail a little bit, coming out of the bushes, figures, and looking, you see that there's a slimmer, and remember it's really foggy, so you can't see distinct
So it's
detail.
just like outlines.
Yeah,
silhouettes.
one of them is definitely slimmer, and the other one is big. Like, that's a big dude. Like, holy crap, that's a big dude. You know what I mean? And they step out of the bushes. The bigger one kind of tripping. Well, the slimmer one, you fool. Jarrett, is that you? Ah, there's my friends now.
Hi.
Who are you talking to, Jarrett? This is Alistair, I believe he said his name was.
Yes, Alistair. Hello.
He's coming hunting with us. Oh, really?
I don't like how that sounds.
Well then, let us continue.
Okay.
We're going hunting? Over there.
Do I see anything like weird about it? Do I notice the
Make an insight check.
11?
Well, the hunter Jarrett doesn't have anything to hunt with.
Yeah.
The two that are coming forward to join you guys, stop them right about there. They're just slowly walking. They don't look like hunters either. They definitely don't have hunting gear as they
I've been around a few hunters.
Right? You do recognize them from town, especially the bigger one. You guys go to, I don't know why I always forget the name of the tavern. The Hidden Valley Brewery. Hidden Valley Brewery and Tavern. And you know that the bigger guy is what they call the basket carrier, right? When drunks get too drunk, they put them in a big basket and he carries them to where they live.
Okay, so he's a taxi.
Yeah,
He's drunk taxi.
Yeah, drunk taxi. Drunk taxi. Definitely. That's who the bigger guy is. The little guy, you know, he runs in like a circle of friends that also go to the tavern, but you're not really one that would know simply because you don't go
I don't
to
go a
the
lot.
village
Talk to
often.
people.
Like
I've
you've seen them.
But
You know that you've seen them.
Yeah.
But you know, you couldn't say, oh yeah, that's so and so.
Yeah. So for now, the only weird thing is that they don't have
Hunting gear. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sorry, what did you roll?
For the last roll?
For the insight, that was it was an 11. Yeah, that's what you noticed.
Okay, last
Yeah, none of them have hunting gear.
Okay. Am I straightforward enough for this? Yes. I noticed you guys don't seem to have any of the hunting gear I usually see around.
Well, we keep it at camp, says the slimmer one.
Does that seem like a lie to me?
And it's like,
So 5.
I mean, it sounds totally feasible.
It's all
I mean,
it's possible.
it's a hunting camp. Why wouldn't you keep hunting gear there?
Keep stuff in my own
You
camp?
know, I mean, yeah, it sounds legit. Sounds legit.
That's probably sounds best in the fog. So should we get going now?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go. Right, and then he just follow me. Steps off into the trail. They begin to. I can't see them. Sorry. And they, following behind.
Are they staying behind?
They stay like within 5 feet of each other, 5 feet of you.
Okay,
marching
so
order. You guys start heading off in the northwest direction through the woods.
Okay.
All right, and for a while, you guys are like marching with purpose, and you are familiar with the woods. You've gone on walks, like you said, you've placed, you're on trails and stuff like that, so you know where you're at. And for a good hour or two, you guys are definitely going northwest. But then you notice, I think he's getting lost because you start to go back the way you came in a looping manner, and then you start to go back that general direction you had been heading, and then you start to go a totally different way.
Okay. Guys, are you lost? We seem to be twisting around a lot.
No, I know exactly where I'm at.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Can Can I insight for that?
And then, okay, go ahead and insight.
15.
Yeah, you can tell he has no fucking clue.
Uh,
and the other one, Ed Meadows. He's introduced himself.
Yeah.
Ed Meadows.
And has a big one introduced himself to.
Yes. He's got a very long, crazy name. They call him Eric.
There we go.
No, they really do. It's
It's
like Eric.
He's too long that they call him Eric.
Yeah, it's Eric. It's like Eric. Yeah, he's Eric. Eric.
Okay.
Ad Meadows is like, you are lost. Do you know where you're going?
I have a few markings so I know which directions to go in since I hang around the woods very often.
Okay. Well, you lead the way, and we shall follow you.
Of course. Let me just. And I bring out like a mini map. I just have a map I made of the area, just markings where I have.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I probably see markings around there that are just mine.
Make a survival check.
Okay. Alright, cool. Let's see. 13.
Oh yeah. You kind of like look around, and it takes you a minute. You know what I mean? But you finally find one on a tree. Not this tree, not that tree. Oh, there's one.
Okay, here we are. Okay, I know where to go. And I go into like the general direction we were going in.
Okay.
Northwest.
Northwest. You start heading out.
Okay. As we're going, I'm just like gonna keep like making sure we're going in the right direction, but also seeing if like anything comes about. Any creatures, anything.
Watching the sides and
weird behaviors.
All right. No, you don't notice any creatures. The guys are falling a little bit behind though. Okay. You do have to wait occasionally for them to catch up. Like maybe by 10 feet or so. You like as far as the squares. They'll drop 10 feet
every time,
and then they'll drop 10 feet and you stop so they catch up, and then they'll drop 10 feet. And...
are you guys getting tired? We can take a break if you like.
No. You keep going. Keep going. We're are we almost there? I'm sure.
Are we almost there?
Survival check. Actually, I would say with that last one, you would know that you're probably you're almost there. Yeah, you walked at least halfway there before you got turned around, and then you started making your way back. So you figure another hour.
Yeah, we're almost there. We've got a bit more walking to do, but we're almost there.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you go on ahead. We'll catch up. It'll be no problem.
Are you sure?
Oh, definitely. Go ahead.
Okay. I just go forward.
All right.
I'm believing this. This is pretty.
And I'm sorry. What's your passive perception?
11.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's why I've been checking around just to make sure.
Yeah. As you're going or whatever, you're still checking around or whatnot, and you kind of like notice it's not as loud behind you, and when you turn around, you don't see the hunter and Admetos and Urk. They've stopped and they're a distance behind you.
Guys, did something happen? I try to go back to him.
No, we're good. Just keep going. I gotta tie my boots.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
Just see if there's weirdness in the voice. 10.
Yeah, there's definitely weirdness. Like you can see now the fog is lifted up a bit. Okay. You know what I mean? The days you're going through the day. It's midday or later, right? So it's not really as foggy at all. And he's not kneeling to tie his boot, and Urk is kind of like and walks away.
Huh, that's weird. I'm gonna go back though. Just try to quietly go back. They're being weird, so I'm just gonna try to be careful when I go there.
All right, as you're coming forward, I notice he kind of like puts his hand behind his back and he's like, no, just keep going. Just go. Just keep going.
Are you
Just
sure if you need anything?
Go. Just keep going. We'll meet you at the tower. Yes?
Yeah.
The tower.
Sure.
I gotta go find Jared. He must have fallen back. It's fine. We'll meet you at the tower. We'll meet you at the tower, friend, right?
Yes. Sure. Like, he's very uncomfortable at this point. He's like, this is.
And he stops
really
walking.
weird.
He kind of waves.
Okay.
Okay.
Shit. It's weird. I leave.
All right. You
I actually go to the tower.
You go to the tower.
I go to.
Okay.
I've never been there. Might as well. I'm trying to avoid them at this point. I am actually severely worried. If I stay, I will get hurt.
Okay.
I do believe I will get hurt.
Okay. You start. You're like. You start heading to the tower.
This is just a feeling from like before. People never liked me. People got weird. Sometimes people got aggressive. Sometimes you're just like, you know what? Maybe I'll just leave.
All right.
I'll remove myself.
Finding your way through the woods is not hard, especially now that the fog is lifted. You've got your trail marks,
and I don't have to
and
back.
Yeah, you're go, especially because you knew where you were going. So mentally, you started plotting in your head where you were going. So you take off. You're going through, and you're about maybe a half a mile from where the tower is. And again, the woods and hills are open enough that as you come through, parts of the woods and go down one hill, you can see through to the other hills, and you can see in the distance that there is a tower there. Yes.
Well, as we're back there, I'll check behind me. I'll check around, see if anybody's still. Maybe they found Jared, started following me. You never know. Okay. 15.
Yeah, no, you look around and you don't see anybody. Nobody there.
Just the uncomfortable feeling is a little bit more gone. I'm a bit calm.
Right.
It's just me in the woods.
Well, as you're like kind of sitting there pondering, you kind of look around and you realize that from where you're at to get back to the town in time for Stenson's birthday, you would probably have to go now if you didn't want to be late. Like you're so close to the tower, but yet
Sten's birthday is more important. It's the only person I have. Only people I have. These are friends that actually, they're good with the little quirks. Good with the uncomfortableness. So I just go back. But on the way back, I go in the similar direction where the hunters.
Okay.
I still believe they were. Just maybe I'll check on them. Maybe something happened. Maybe they've cooled down a bit.
Try to backtrack.
Backtrack.
But still cutting towards because obviously to backtrack the whole
going
way.
Around the west.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and make a survival check. I want to just see if you follow your trail directly and find that original blaze where you had left them. All right. You get back to. You're pretty sure the spot where you split.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're like, yeah, this is the spot. I didn't. They didn't follow along.
Yeah.
You need to kind of head in the direction that they went because that's actually towards Crestview. And you make it. You make it into town just as the sun is starting to come down.
Oh dear, I hope they were okay. Well, to the tavern.
All right, as you go through the town, you see that the people are starting to close down their shops, and so there's probably 8 or 9 little dive bars. You know what I mean? Like just Some of them are literally, it looks like a stall on the outside with a couple bar stools and people are drinking, you know. So that like out the cafeteria, cafes and bodega styles type stuff.
Yeah.
So you know, you see that kind of starting to get set up, and you know, merchants are finishing the last, or I'm sorry, the woodsmen and carpenters and stuff are finishing the last touches on any stages, and you know, cleaning up for the day as you head to the tavern.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything that you want to do before you get to the
Detour.
Tavern? Okay.
His birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something that my siblings always used to do.
Okay.
When it was birthdays. Go to a trinket. Try to find a trinket shop where I can just find like a little necklace. And the way me and my siblings would do it, we would create just a rope necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And every birthday year, we would fill it with a souvenir from something, you know, a hunt, maybe even a cool rock they found, you know, just something from family outings.
Okay, do you have something like that, or
No, I'm trying to find something.
you want to buy the necklace first to begin that tradition?
All
right, yeah. There's you find a trinket shop. You find real quick. Turnwettle's Open-Ended Emporium is maybe three doors down from the tavern.
Okay.
You know, and you see just as you're walking up, he's like closing the door, like he's gonna lock it.
Hold, please.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
I was wondering if you had maybe the material for an open necklace. You know, just
Yeah, come on in. Thank you. You know, he goes in, and it's dark in there, you know. So you know, after he shuts the door, it's like, you know, he stumbles through, and you hear.
Dark vision. Do you need help, sir?
No. I just gotta find my lantern, and you see him fumbling around for it. It's like 5 feet in front of him.
Can I go grab his?
Yeah.
Give it to him.
Here. Thank you. Oh, that's why I try to leave here before.
Yeah, I'm very
sunset.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's my pleasure. So what can I help you for, sir?
I wanted just a plain empty necklace that could probably be filled with other things.
Okay. I got a fine selection of necklaces. I've got some braided, and he pulls out some like different colored braided rope necklaces. I got some of these here. I got a nice fine silver necklace. It's really thin. When he says fine, he means fine. And then I have a nice bronze necklace. It's you know, plated, and they all have clasps, but nothing gold right now, unfortunately.
So you said there's braided, and there's, what was the second one?
There's the
before the silver.
The like a leather.
Yeah, the leather.
Like a leather.
The leather one, please.
Okay. Grab it up. He's like, yeah, it's just a copper piece, you know.
Well, since I did take you from your timing, here. And I give him a gold piece, like just one of the ones I had from like back at home before anything. I know I was never good with money. It was just hermit time.
He's like looking at it, and he's like, what? I can't accept this.
Are you sure?
With this, you could get just about anything you wanted in here.
Well, there's
Is it?
take it as maybe a tab for future patronage. Just I'll probably come here. You're very kind, sir.
Where did you get this?
Well, an old friend of mine, actually.
He's like, I'm not going to turn it down after you insist so much, but I tell you, you ever need anything, you come here.
Yes, sir.
What is your name?
Alistair Manus.
Alistair Manus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then he like holds the light up. You're an elf. You're not a man. You're an elf.
Well, I am a man. But yes, I'm also an elf.
Oh. Okay.
Like I get a little,
You know, and he
I
like
get a
kinda,
little worried when that happens, so I just like cover
yeah,
my
and he
ears
kind
with
of
the hair.
moves the light away from your face. He's like, well, I won't tell anybody you were here. That's for sure. Okay, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Sure. You know, and he like heads out. And anything you need.
Thank you. May I have your name, sir?
Turnwell.
Turnwell.
Turnweddle. Yeah. Turn, Wettle. Turnwell.
Okay.
That's what he says. Whether it's his first name or last name, you're not sure.
So it's Turnweddle's open-ended importer.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Certainly. May it bring you good fortune.
You as well, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I leave to go to the tavern.
Okay. All right.
Just make haste, just make sure I can get the class right.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a couple pieces of leather braided together, to make a strong. I'm sure you've seen like the braided.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've had those before.
Yeah. But it's a necklace, so it's not. It's not worth even really a copper, but that's the lowest we got.
also, that's literally all I have. All I have is gold. That's terrible.
I mean, he could break it down for you. Even he gets to the door
probably,
and he's like, I could break this down.
But maybe that would be for the best. I don't really, from the way you looked at me, it seems to be a bit weird.
Well, I just don't want to be one of those guys. It just takes from a good-natured person. It's just, oh man. He sets it on the thing. He goes, I take this from you, they're going to burn my shop down or something. And he puts it down and starts going through it. He's like, all right, here's 9 silver, 99 copper. Isn't that how it works? Or is it 10, 10, and 10? I think it's 10, 10, and 10. Yeah, 10. So 9 and 9.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, sir. But yeah, I give him another silver. Just he's being very kind, so it's very rare that happens.
What's that necklace for?
A friend. It's I wanted to bring him into a old family tradition I had.
It's just a necklace. He kind of looks around, and opens up a little display case and pulls out a little pendant like that big. It's got a little shield on it.
Thank you.
It's not a problem. Not a problem. Thank you. At this point, I'm glad that I kept my shop open. I wasn't expecting to. Well, I wasn't expecting to meet an elf first off, and I wasn't expecting to meet a kind elf. So,
thank you. Your family teaches much.
It must be a good family.
You are. And he says that like he's
he kind of like looks at you,
downfall.
For a second, almost like he wants to say something, but.
Well, thank you. I have to go.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll meet you again, Turnwood.
All right. Definitely. We'll do business again.
I'll definitely tell my friends to visit here.
Oh, please do.
They're always looking for something.
And you notice it's there's all kinds of trinkets, and I mean you even see like a display case of daggers and a couple axes behind the counter. So it looks like he's probably got some stuff.
Yeah, he's got some stuff for everybody.
Yeah.
It's like a general shop. That's why it's called open-ended.
Open-ended, exactly. All right. So with that, you.
Before I go to the tavern, new places, new traditions, and the first one is just the gift, as in, this is the first one you have, first of many.
All right, so it's like the necklace, and you put the
shield.
Okay. All right. With that, we're gonna go ahead and get you started with the others. Once we start, it'll be at the tavern.
Okay.